Hello, Internet! This is LordMaddog, and I'm coming at you with another real quick update to my building system. And I think this will be pretty much the end of the building system upgrades. So, this one, I have one other one after this one, is textures. You allow yourself to texture. So if you see over there in the corner, you can see right here this little texture thing. That is bound to the letter O currently, because that's what I thought would that was just my one I chose to do. I'll make all the keys rebindable eventually, but I'm not quite there. So you hold O and then you just move your camera to select the ones you want. It uses the line trace and then it brings up the texture selector. So what the texture selector does is it allows you to change the textures on your build. So this is the roof one, which is on the top. So I can now select, boom, you've got beam texture. And it's very easy to add tons and tons more to these textures as well. Oops, I just changed the one on the inside. So yeah, that's the thing. You can do this with all of them. There is one caveat with it though. Most mesh have two textures on them, one for the top, one for the bottom. And I did that because I like having a little bit of diversity. However, you can make them both the same now. So let's say I want the outside and the inside to both have the stone texture. So now I'll go ahead and just hit this and it'll tell me a warning about doing it. You're about to merge two textures into one. Are you sure? So clicking the texture that matches the current active one will merge them if you are on the same mesh. For example, if one side of a mesh has a roof texture and the other a ceiling texture, both sides will end up with the same texture. You can fix this by destroying the current build and rebuilding it in build mode. So you can do this if you want, or you cannot do it if you don't want. And it's up to you. I decided to allow the players to be able to have the inside and outside textures the same if they want that, because some people do like that and some people don't. So we're not going to do that right now. Instead, we're going to show a little bit more on what it looks like. Like we're going to go ahead and completely redo the whole inside here real quick. So we're just going to go ahead and select mostly everything real quick. You don't have to worry about selecting like lights and stuff. You can select the lights and stuff, but the lights and stuff are not in the texture register set. They are custom textures, so they won't, even if they get selected, they won't have their textures changed because I have it set to it only detects ones that have selected textures. So right now we are working with this one. So the stone texture on the inside, and now we can change it to all the matte, which is actually kind of ugly. That didn't turn out very good looking, but it's not a big deal. I can change it to the beam. Now the beam texture needs to be fixed. It's it's real easy to add tons of new textures, so it's not a big deal. But we can, there we go. Oh, that actually looks pretty nice. Or we can just, oops, that'll make it the same texture as the one on the roof. So I don't want to do that. You're right. Or I could make them all roof texture. No, because that's right. Some of the ones on the roof texture. But here, just, yeah, that actually looks pretty good. So, and then if we want to change the roof texture, we can't see the roof texture at the moment, but let's see, we're going to change the roof texture to that. So now that's that. And you know what? I think I'm also going to change. Yeah. I'm also going to change that here. Yes. That's just changing all the roof textures. So now you see that I merged one down. And here I'm going to change it to this. Oops, that was the roof texture. This is, yeah, my bad. There we are. And here, there we go. That actually kind of looks like a nice texture. And we'll go out here and we'll see the roof textures all up here on the top is all roof texture. Yep. And that's pretty much it for the texture selecting. I mean, it turned out really well. You'll be able to do this with all my builds as long as the texture's in the texture list. So like here, I select this here. It doesn't have a texture list, so it doesn't come up. And neither do chairs and whatnot, because they have custom textures. So you don't have to worry about overriding them or something like that. So even if you do get them in your selection when you're grabbing them, you won't have to worry about overriding the textures on them. See, it only selected the wall. Done. And also the walls, little things have special textures too. So I'll go ahead and quickly exit out to show you how that works. Oh no, this is the resource one. Now I have to hit Control B. Well, find the texture, Control B, texture list. So right here, texture list. These are all the possible textures that you can have. You have the texture icon, and then you actually have the actual material itself. And you can have any type of material you want in here. It's really easy to add. You just you make an icon of it. So icon maker. Here, we'll go to my icon maker. View. Right now I have, that's something else I was working on, and I'm going to show you that here in a sec. We're going to go ahead and close the visibility of this. And make this one visible. So this is how I'm making my texture icon. So, and then you just add your material to this, whatever material you want. So let's say, yeah, this isn't really, none of these here. Oh, wood, a dark wood material. There we go. Oh, it's not all one seamless texture. You see here, it's not. So I'm not going to actually add that. I need to make more seamless textures. So, but basically you see that, and then you would just create the icon of this like you would with any of my other icon creators. So it's in here, and you right click, create static texture, and name it icon and whatnot. So that's, and then you just add that here, and then you add the material here. It's real easy to add new materials, but you have to have, they have to be seamless. Otherwise they're going to look like crap. And I don't have that many seamless textures at the moment in my setup. There is tons of them that I actually have that I've gotten off the marketplace, and there's even an AI generator. I just haven't spent the time to add a whole bunch of different type textures, but I do plan to have like maybe at least 25 different possible textures for every build. For the items. So that is texture replacing. Now we're going to talk about another thing I did. I made it so when you damage a building, it has a chance to drop a broken resources, but that's not all. But first I'm going to show you destroying the buildings. Here, these are stone, so they should give back stone normally. But here, see here, it gave back stone shards and stone pieces. So as a right now, it's 50% chance of being stones or stone shards. So now, right now, there's nothing you can do with stone shards. There is something you can do with wood shards, which is the wood shards are from the broken table. Yeah. So wood shards can be used in a couple of builds. Like this one uses wood shards, and the brazier uses wood shards. And eventually, I plan on having a magical crafting table that makes it so you can recraft broken resources into something, into the other things. Now, because I made that system, I made it so you can now also have a chance of getting other resources. Well, right there, I got really lucky there with that first hit. I didn't just get a stone. I got an epic level resource from this stone, pulsating stones. So here, let's go grab that. Oh, and magic stones. So yes, you can now have a chance of getting different types of resources from your resource things. Pulsating stones, wow, that's actually might have that a little too high for pulsating stones. So pulsating stones and magic stones. Magic stones are now used in building lights. Pulsating stone, the only thing that uses it right now is the magic switch. So right here, we got these resources. These are new resources, the wood shards. Broken wood shards, maybe they can be repaired and used again. And same thing with stone wood shards. And then here we got a magic stone, a stone imbued with magic. It can be used in crafting. And then stone, a simple stone, it can be used in crafting. And then here, a stone glowing and throbbing with magic. It can be used in crafting. And as I said, the only thing that can be used right now is building the switch. It's the only item I have that uses the throbbing thing yet. Not throbbing. Okay. Where is it at? Switch. Yes. See, you can see here, one stone and one pulsating stone. And you can see over there in the corner, it says this one stone and one pulsating stone. And that's what it used to create this thing. So I'll put that there, and then I'll right click off that, and I can just go build that and move. And when I turn it on, you can see the pulsating stone in the middle of it. So yeah, that is what changes I made. I think now with that changes, I'm pretty sure that the build system is completely done. The only thing now is to add more options in buildings and deco and material. But that'll be part of actually when I go to make my game, because right now these are all stand-in items. Because I'm not quite sure the art style I've decided to go on my game. I know the whole storyline of my game. I know the combat direction I want to go with the game, but I'm not quite sure the art style. Now, my preferred art style for my video game would be kind of like a WoW-esque, more like Rune of Magic, because it's a little bit more updated type art style. But I'm not the best artist, so that gives a bit of a problem. So I'm going to have to see exactly how I'm going to go about doing the art for my game. It probably will have some type of toon shading a little bit, but who knows? Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this quick update. I hope you actually enjoy messing around with it and learning from it. And if you have any questions, you can ask me on my Discord, which will be a link in the description, or no, a link in the comments, because Discord links die after a time and I'll have to update them. And if you want to add any resources, go ahead and on my Discord as well. LordMaddog signing off.